Get in there, attack, bam, break out, elbow, 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 good, clear.
Night shift worker Michelle Zarelli joined Empire Martial Arts 18 months ago to learn self-defense.
I want to feel as a woman that I'd be able to defend myself if anything happened to me, and it's good for, just general overall fitness.
Since then, she's graduated to the advanced class with Teresa Zelensky, where they simulate real-life attacks.
If you know anything and have some training, that actually could mean the difference of saving your life and going home safely.
There are more than 150 students who train at Empire Martial Arts. Recently, there's been an uptick in sign-ups for beginner-level courses.
We've just noticed recently, since the attack in Latham, where the woman woke up with the knife-wielding guy in the apartment, the recent kidnappings, we've had several calls today about women are coming in over the next few days for self-defense, and that was the kind of reality check for them. Wow, that could happen to me.
Zarelli says the techniques are simple and anyone can learn to defend themselves.
Most of the time, your attacker isn't going to think you're going to know something to do. You know what I mean? They just assume that you're just going to be helpless a lot of times, especially when you're a woman walking around somewhere. So this just teaches you just a natural, it works with your natural body's reactions. So it's easier to learn. Control what you can control, We all have it inside of ourselves.
Just after the storm blew down the house, rescuers went through the debris, searching, and into the woods across the road, looking for a woman and a child. They found only a dog, safe and sound, and reunited with the homeowner who was not home when the storm hit.
No, she was up in Sharon Springs picking up my son and wife from school.
Talk about the luck.
Absolutely. Somebody must have been looking over her today, I guess.
How did she get word of what happened to her house?
My cousin called and said she heard the house got hit but wasn't sure. And then I called somebody in my fire department in Esperance, and they said they believe her house got hit.
Ms. Krelowitz told me it was her niece who called her asking if she's okay. She said, yes, why wouldn't I be? The reply, well, your house is gone. 2 large trees blocked the road. The worst was cleared within about 90 minutes, but the road was not reopened. Too many power lines knocked down. Too much work for National Grid to do first, a job that was expected to go through the night.
The sky was extremely black and the wind was making a sound we have never, ever heard before.
Don Summers has lived here 30 years. He says he's never seen anything like it, at least around here.
You could see it coming harder, and then the hail and everything started. By the time I get in the house, hail about the size of golf balls were coming down, hitting the road, the house, the cars. Like we've heard in the Midwest and that, we ran to the bathtub.
The wheelchair is still over here. I'm going to try to get that. It's in between the trees over here.
Ms. Krelowitz told me what she wanted most was for someone to find pictures of her late husband and her granddaughter who passed away several years ago. Someone did find a photograph of her children, a photo that survived a fire 30 years ago that destroyed her house a little west of here.
Just keep going around and around.
The start of a busy shift for the Schenectady County Highway Department. More than 20 trucks fill up with 15 tons of salt. They'll use twice that amount to keep the roads clear when it's ice that's in the forecast.
Ice is always a problem. We put salt out on the roads and then we have to worry about it freezing back over.
Each of these drivers has a route that they stick to for 12 hours, while others monitor the forecast, keeping tabs on the storm as it moves through.
It could be just flurrying down here in Duanesburg. They could be getting, some really heavy snow, a couple inches an hour.
That's a problem for the Chalmont School District, which has to check on conditions in several different counties at several different altitudes. Superintendent Dr. Carol Pallas is charged with making the final call on whether kids will go to class.
You're a popular woman when there's going to be weather.
In the wee hours of the morning, Pallas conferences with other superintendents in the county, watching the local forecast carefully. But it's the district's director of transportation who actually hits the road, making sure that what you see out the window in Rotterdam isn't drastically different than the roads in Mariahville.
It's a difficult decision because you don't want to lose a day of instruction. You want the students in school, but yet, as we're saying, we also want to be safe on the roads, make sure that we can get kids in, make sure that we can get them home.